Et sauf erreur, 12 pilotes de Hauteville en Ontario. From the GM Parts 150 this afternoon at Sanair, Junior Hamlin, Paul Richardson in second, and Russ Irwin walking up the GM Motorsports Series Championship, finishing in third.
Okay, I guess the first thing is a new car. You had to be real pleased with the way that car ran today.
Well, we built a new car, and we've been working on that car for about 3 months now, and it was a long time getting it out, but we finally got it out, and it runs pretty good for what first time.
In attacking this race today, you had a small chance of catching Irwin if a couple things went your way. Was it your plan just to go to the front and be there and then let him do what he could do, or what?
Well, we just thought we'd pit first. For the first caution come out, we'd go in and pit, and then we could probably be up at the front, closer to front then, and then we could get in the lead, and then he'd have to catch us because he was behind us at that part. But like he had to not finish to win, for me to win.
It's one of those situations where you wanted to win the thing, but hey, he wins it in one of your cars, so that's something.
Well, like as long as he wins in one of our cars, it's the same as we won. And I like to congratulate him for winning the race and winning the series. And if he wins the ACT series, he earned it.
Okay, Junior, thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
Mac? Okay. All right, I guess the first thing is you came in knowing basically you had to finish to win the GM series. What was the strategy coming in, and how does that approach change once you get into a race?
Well, when I get to a racetrack, I never like to think that I'm going to run for a point series. Although today is the first time, I think in my whole career, I thought, boy, I'm looking at Junior Hanley and I'm looking at myself and I'm trying to compare where he's going to finish and where I've got to finish in order to win this series. That was really wrong. My whole line of thoughts this year has been to go to every racetrack and win every race I go to, whether I finish first, second, third, or break. That was my motto for the year, and I shouldn't have changed it today. I hung back way too long. I used my own theory about hanging back and then running the last half of the race. I just simply laid back too long and waited too far to the end. I wish I hadn't done it, but in the same token, I'm glad since General Motors has put some huge dollars into GM Motorsport and sponsoring this event and this series in Canada, and it's only going to be better next year. I'm glad to see that I'm the champion, and hopefully next year I can come back and be a repeat champion.
At what point along the way did you decide, oh, this is crazy, I'm going to go for it?
Well, I looked up and I've been talking to my crew, and they said, there's only 25 laps left. Are you going to start racing today? And I got thinking, man, I'm doing something wrong here. I better start racing. And Dave Dion and Paul Richards were running pretty quick and pretty close together, and I really didn't want to stick my nose in there, but I finally decided I better start pulling up beside Dave and maybe he'll let me go and then work on Paul. And as it happened, Paul got quite a lead on me, and I couldn't catch him until 2 laps to go, and I just simply ran out of laps for second spot. As for going for the lead, Junior had too big of a lead. We needed another caution, and I'm not so sure I could have got by him. I'd have to run right on his bumper in order to find out. Nobody really knows. That never happened, so I guess I can't say.
Looking ahead now to the final 3 races of the American-Canadian Tour season, with that championship, you got a grip on that. Is this kind of a lesson to you that you're not going to sit back, you're going to go for it in the next 3?
Well, I said that to the guys as soon as the race was over. I was mad at myself for hanging back. I said, we got 3 races left. We're going to win the last 3 races. I don't care if I crash, blow up, wreck, it doesn't matter. I'm going to run the last 3 races the way I've run the first 21 races or whatever we run this year. I don't like running for points. It just so happens the points fall wherever you finish, and I finished real well, so I'm leading the points. But as for using the points for a crutch to say what you're going to do for the next race, it's out of my mind today, and it'll never be back in my mind again. I'm running to win the race. I go to a racetrack to win. I'm not going to finish 4th or 5th just so I can win a series.
Okay.
David, do you remember a day quite like it?
No, never. No, you know, we've won major events, but you know, to come out 4 times in what we consider to be, you know, qualifying as a major event nowadays in the ACT Tour, and to do all this in one day is unbelievable. Because I really didn't know how much car we had. We led a lot of the feature, and I didn't really know what the guys had behind me. And my brother asked what I wanted to do to run the 20-lapper, and I said, I think we got the car. I think I was just a little nervous, and that's why I didn't run any harder when Russ was on my bumper. I said, but when it's time to go, I think I can pick the pace up, and I think that was a good decision.
In the feature race now, you held off Erlen, which is a very unusual thing this year.
That's tough. But lately, I think our chassis has really been coming around. I feel as though we've more than matched Russ. Russ has still got us covered on horsepower, but I think chassis set up on the real small tracks, I think we finally passed him now. Kind of late in the season, but I think we did it finally.
Okay, now you drew 6th position, or your crew chief drew 6th position. You had to move in that showdown. What was your strategy?
Well, I didn't really have a strategy because it didn't look like there was much chance because everyone had new rubber, and I rely on people kind of losing their edge with their rubber and then go get them. And I said, I got to go get these guys now. So I started going into the turn wide open and see if it would hang on. And it was hanging on. It was drifting, but it was hanging, and nobody else wanted to try it. And I said, I'm just going to go in every lap wide open. And the lap I don't make it, I'll go into the banking, and if I do make it, then it'll be fine. But, you know, I promised the people a race, and, you know, we gave it to them.
You certainly did. David, congratulations on a really very successful day, and hey, we'll see you at Thunder Road, your favorite track, next week.
I love going there, even when things don't go good, you know. So, yeah, we're winding up the season real good, and we're looking forward to next week.
Thanks again, David.
Thank you.
Eddie?
Okay, right in here.
David, 3 out of 4. This certainly is your track.
Yeah, you know, Kevin won the Milk Bowl in his Ford, so it was a clean sweep for Ford products at this racetrack. So we're the only two and really fight hard, and it was really good. One of us had to do it today.
Now, you made 2 quick pit stops. Was that planned, or did something go wrong in the first one?
No, we were pretty sure that there was no way we could run 200 laps on this cold racetrack. The cold track has a way of tearing the rubber off the tires. Most people think a hot day will wear the tires, but the cold day does more damage. So we knew we had to get right side tires, and we got them, and then there was another quick yellow, and then we were able to go in and get left side. So, you know, we were kind of loaded for bear after that. We had plenty of tires under us, and you know, we knew it'd be a hard drive back to the front.
You spoke last week about having the chassis really locked in, and certainly that's been the case in the last few races of the season, hasn't it?
Oh, it definitely has. Yeah, we ran Sanair a few weeks ago, and we were down on horsepower, but we handled really good. And then when we went back to Seekonk and Beech Ridge and Thunder Road, we knew it would be like coming home again. And my brother Paul, just you know, he's one of the finest chassis men there is, and my crew, my brother Roger and Bruce and Dick and the whole bunch, they just do a super job. You know, I felt as though we didn't come in here with any sort of an edge at all. We had a lot of momentum. We were real proud of what we accomplished last week. But this was a green racetrack, and really it was the man that really hit the setup was the one that was going to look good today, and my crew did it again.
David, congratulations. You had a great finish of the season. Gives you 2nd place, and now how about 1990?
We're going to review all our options, and we're going to really take a good hard look at what the Coors Tour's got to offer next year. It's been good to us this year. It's been good to my sponsor. I think Berlin City Ford sold a lot of cars. They've got a lot of people coming and look at the cars, so it's been good for me. It's got such a great fan following. I hate to give that up, you know, and I'd like to come back and maybe you know, run at least a bunch of these races. I won't say one way or another whether we'll run for the points or not, but we will be running with ACT on some of these races, especially this little place, because this is home.
David, thanks an awful lot, and have a good winter.
Thank you very much.